Available on Blu-ray from Radiance Films is 1961's Italian drama. Maybe you call it docudrama because it feels very real. Bandits of Orgosolo, directed by Vittorio de Seta with Michele Cossu, Peppeddu, Cuccu, and Vittorina Pisano. I've probably mispronounced all of those names. This is a really good, really interesting movie. I knew nothing about this director or the film before I popped in this disc. It's black and white, 96 minutes, 4:3. It says at the beginning of the film, starring Sardinian shepherds. So basically, the story goes a little something like this. There is a poor shepherd and his younger brother, and they have a flock of sheep, and they tend to those sheep in the craggy, rocky, alien landscape of the mountains of Sardinia. Keeping to themselves, they have very little. Their livelihood is these sheep, this flock of sheep they've managed to build up over time. And you see them tending to them and doing what they do and surviving and like staying in caves and creating cheese from sheep's milk and all this kind of stuff. And one day, as they're coming back to their base camp, as it were, our hero sees a bunch of guys with some pigs, and we realize they're bandits who have stolen these pigs from another farmer, and they're hiding out. They're on the run and they're hiding out. He doesn't want to get implicated. He only deals with them as much as he needs to, but he just sort of doesn't want to get involved because his flock is his thing, and I don't want any trouble. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. Police show up and shoot it out with these bandits, resulting in one of the police being killed, resulting in our hero shepherd being blamed for that, being implicated, and as time goes on, charges are brought against him, and now he's a wanted man. So the bulk of this film is our hero shepherd staying out of sight of the police who keep coming looking for him, trying to help his younger brother maintain the flock and tend to the flock and keep moving them to more and more desolate and remote locations where the police won't find them, to try to maintain his livelihood, go slipping back in and out of his village, talking to his brother, his wife, his family, letting them know he's okay, but don't tell him where I am. And it's this cat and mouse movie, and it just feels real because it was done with actual, as it said, Sardinian. It's filmed with, apparently the filmmaker had gone to Sardinia to shoot a documentary about these people, or a documentary or two about the life in Sardinia, and he decided the best way to tell that story would be, I believe this is what I gleaned from the extras on this, would be to make a feature narrative film about it, but it's all non-actors, one of which I guess was redubbed by a kind of a notable actor over there, but otherwise it's non-actors, non-professionals that you see, and it just feels real. It gives me a strong Bicycle Thief or Bicycle Thieves vibe, which is a movie that I love, from roughly around the same time. And it's just people trying to survive when bad circumstances befall them, and how far will they go to maintain their life and their livelihood in the face of a snowball rolling downhill, shall we say. So beautifully shot in Sardinia. I know nothing about Sardinia before watching this film. So amazing, extreme landscapes and mountainous regions and craggy rocks. And it feels like another planet. And just a fascinating bit of cultural anthropology, shall we say, for the time. Even though it's a narrative film, I believe it's not too far from reality for some of these people. So special features on this disc include an interview with curator and filmmaker Ishan Koshbakt discussing Bandits of Orgosolo, that is 11 minutes, and an interview with cinematographer Luciano Tovulu about working on the film. It's fascinating, a lot of behind-the-scenes photos too. That's 28 minutes, and the original trailer, that's 3 minutes, to show you the package. It's the usual Radiance Films deal where it's got this little strip of paper with all the information about the release that wraps around the side, similar to what they say Japanese obi strip on their LPs and CDs and things over there. If you open this up, you can slide that out if you don't want the artwork to be obscured. You crack it open, and we get pretty simple, it's always a pretty simple artwork on the disc, and a it's a reversible sleeve, so you can have the original poster art or the new poster art, and it's see-through, so you can see it if you don't want to flip it. And then we get a nice booklet that features artwork. There's our hero right there, and his younger brother. Nice booklet with scans. All the imagery is taken from the new transfer of the film, so it looks great. It's a pretty hefty book. and I can tell you what its contents are. An Anthropologist with the Voice of a Poet from 2023 by Robert Curti, which is about the director of this film. And again, just a lot of cool photos and information. Really nice release of a really cool film that I will be keeping that I'd never heard of, and hopefully will get a little bit more attention from film scholars and fans of foreign films and old movies and cultural, cinematic cultural anthropology. From Radiance Films, The Bandits of Orgosolo.